Rio is on the move, leaving Pittwater bound for Sydney Harbour. We've decided to risk it all on one of the world's busiest waterways and join the flotilla of party boats tomorrow for New Year's Eve.
Harbour. Beautiful North Head. Spent so many days coming to the lookout. How about that for being busy?
I know, it's chockers.
But first, we soak up the quiet anchorage at Collins Beach near Manly. The gentle sound of water lapping and cicadas is the calm before the storm.
New Year's Eve, another lap around the sun. 1 year older, 1 year wiser. A time to celebrate being alive, to take stock of where you are. Start fresh, reset, renew, and let it rip all over again.
All the big cities do a decent job at setting off some firecrackers. London has its giant Ferris wheel. New York has Times Square.
The French sip red wine and eat crusty bread at their big roundabout.
What about Rio? Copacabana Beach, millions on the sand drinking caipirinha till the sun comes up.
True, all good options, but nothing compares to the showstopper of them all, Sydney Harbour. Although you have to wade through the New Year's Eve street rubbish, and then of course don't forget the battle to get home on public transport. Okay, maybe that's not Sydney, but that's how I remember it at 3 AM.
Look at this madness! Ah!
So into Sydney Harbour we go. It's early morning, New Year's Eve, and we are looking for a spot.
Sydney Harbour prior to New Year's Eve. This is the spot. This is the wish list spot. There. Let's see if we can get in.
But we want this to be a guide for you as much as an experience for us. So we've brought in an expert, Captain Dean Kropp. He runs the Barefoot Charter Fleet, 4 boats in all, and this fella loves to party. So Dean, we're about to put together an episode on a guide to Sydney Harbour for New Year's Eve, and I thought there is no better man to explain this than you.
Since 2000, I've been on the harbour for every New Year's Eve in Sydney since. So I don't know, that's 20-something years now. Sydney Harbour gets so packed on a good New Year's Eve that you can just about walk from boat to boat.
If people have got a boat, they're looking at Sydney Harbour New Year's Eve, it's intimidating. Should they go and do it? Would you encourage people to take their boat into Sydney Harbour on New Year's Eve?
Absolutely. You can't beat it. It is a visual, it's visual overload. You don't just have the fireworks up there, you've got the lights reflecting off the water, and you've got house parties everywhere on boats. You know, you've got a different party every 10 meters around you. It's such a cool experience. You've got to do it at least once. Problem is you'll do it once and then you'll do it every year after that, like me. Now, there's a lot of boats that will get in their position days before. Hey, there's some boats that are in position now. My advice, if you're a bit unsure, get there a day or two before, get anchored where you're happy, get yourself nice and comfortable, and use your tender to go pick up your mates. If you're really unsure and you don't want to be too close to the action, then Rose Bay would be my pick. It's much further away. It's a lot less wild than Athol Bay, and there's more places you can pick up from as well. If you really want to be in the guts of the action, Farm Cove is the place to be. You are going to get rocked around a lot during the day as all the ferries move around, but come the night, it'll be nice and calm, and you are pretty much sitting directly under the harbour bridge. Now, my favourite, especially for beginners, than Athol Bay is it's perfect. It's a really good place. There's lots of area. If you get there nice and early, you can go really close to the shore and anchor up. Now, it might seem that you're a long way away from the action, from the harbour bridge and everything, but there are fireworks barges all the way along the harbour. And the further you are away, the more reflections and the more lights and the more that adds to that visual experience.
We liked the sound of that. A light northerly was the forecast, so we dropped anchor at Athol Bay, and already, what a view!
Dozens of boats had already got here days before and placed a stern anchor to the shore. The rest is a free-for-all, but it's filling up fast. If you're anchoring in these spots with so many boats around, is there a different kind of scope that you should use other than your standard 4 or 5 to 1?
You want to stick to your 3 or 4 or even 5 to 1. Don't put so much out that you're going to swing around a lot. It really comes down to watching the weather. If you know there's a change coming, put all your fenders out. Get to know your neighbours. And when it does happen and you move, you just hold boats apart, talk to each other, and you end up finding a new position, and it's not a big deal.
For such a massive harbour, sometimes there seems so little space. Sydney has 2 cruise ship terminals and more than 1,200 large commercial vessels.
Then add all the booze cruisers on top of that. Oh yeah, it's busy. And just when you think it's filling up, more boats arrive.
Bake with a view.
Of course, if you have a boat in the harbour for New Year's Eve, suddenly the number of friends you have multiplies exponentially.
The best place to get them to Athol Bay is a pickup from either Taronga Zoo Wharf or around the corner at Little Sirius Cove. However, plan for the drop-offs at the end of the night. Police will breathalyze you in your dinghy.
And then, well, eat, drink, and be merry.
Oh! That was ridiculous. Did you see that?
And what about leaving? When can you leave? Are you stuck there all night? Is it total chaos at the end of it?
Depends if your captain wants to drink or not, whether you can leave or not. That's really the deciding factor. A lot of boats will leave straight after midnight fireworks. Most of them are commercial. Most of us leave. I would plan to stay the night. It's easy. Captain gets the party. You get to have a good time. If you've got lots of people on board, well, just let them sleep wherever they fall. It's a party. Let's all be 15, 16 or 17 again. It's a slumber party. It's a bloody sleepover. Who cares where you end up at the night? As long as you're on the boat and your feet aren't wet, you're fine.
Oh yeah, this captain chose to drink. So we stayed the night and also the night after that.
Not sure. I think Dad's gonna need a full day for recovery. He's dodói there too, Kaya.
Thanks for watching Sangria. Bye.
Say subscribe.
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 Okay, don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. How about we?